Righto, tally-o there champs, and are you excited? Microsoft event coming out, when is it? Tuesday, a day's time. What's going to happen? What's going to be there? Well, let's talk about it. So you want to upgrade that Windows Home to Windows Pro, or just get killer prices on Windows, Office 2016 and cheap gaming keys? Head on down to 0 make sure you copy and paste my code from the description to get a price that's going to make you go woo! Now, I've ripped into Apple before for how long they take to update and, they're failing creators and so on. Well, let me tell you, Microsoft make Apple look like Flash Gordon. Like, their updates take a very long time. Now, the Surface Book 2, bang up to date. I don't expect anything to happen there. Maybe if something did happen, I'll drop in the Whiskey Lake CPUs in there, maybe Thunderbolt 3, but they've only just recently been refreshed, I guess. So I don't really expect anything from the Surface Book 2. And let me tell you, I love the Surface Book 2, and the Surface Book 2 was so close to being my daily. And even just talking about it now, I'm wondering why the hell isn't it? Because that thing performs so good. The keyboard's awesome. The design's awesome. The 13.5 inch was just a sweet spot in between, 13 and 15. Much more powerful than a 13-inch laptop, but more portable than a 15-inch, and with performance in between there. Of course, they have a 15-inch version as well, and I never really looked at that just because I knew there were 6-core 15-inch laptops coming out, so that was a quad core. But I'm not expecting anything there. Now, the Surface Studio is like one of the best pieces of tech I've seen brought out in years. It is miles ahead of any all-in-one, any iMac. It is just so innovative. The way that screen goes back, you can just write on it, and I could really rock one of those things, except I think they're 6th generation CPUs in there and GTX 980 and stuff like that. I mean, the hardware in there is seriously outdated, so I do hope they upgrade this to 8th generation Core i9s, the ones that go in the XPS 15, MacBook Pro, those sort of CPUs, and then put up to GTX 1080 in there with Thunderbolt 3, and I'm all over that. That thing would be a beast if they just done those 3 things. So here's crossing my fingers, because I reckon that could replace my normal desktop if it just had an output on the back, so I could hook it up to a high refresh rate monitor when I want to game. But for all the other times, I could just use that awesome 28-inch display, just put it down, just start using it like a tablet. What a piece of kit that thing is, but it just needs a refresh. It needs a massive refresh. Now, another thing I think they'll update is the Surface laptop. That is due a refresh, and they're still rocking dual cores. Yeah, I called that the one-port wonder. I really do love that laptop, and hopefully with the Surface laptop and the Surface Pro 6 or whatever it is, they will have fanless versions of the i5. So Ash would be going absolutely crazy. His floppy disk turn into a solid state straight away. Yeah, go check out his channel. Trust me. So yeah, with this Surface laptop, I really did dig that, except it only had one port. Hopefully they introduce again Thunderbolt 3, Whiskey Lake CPUs, so bring it bang up to date with the CPUs. They better put a Whiskey Lake in it, like the 8565U, which is the i7. If they put Coffee Lake in it, I'll be really annoyed. I mean, Apple done that when they brought out the original MacBook Pro, the 15-inch. They put Skylake CPUs in it when Kaby Lake were out. If they do that, that'll just be nuts. So they better have Whiskey Lake in it, Thunderbolt 3, and they don't have to change anything else. Keep it like that, have a fanless i5, and that thing is going to be hard to beat in that 13-inch sector, because that thing is friggin' awesome. I really do like it. Now, there may be a 15-inch variant of that coming out. I doubt it's going to have a GTX 1060 or anything like that. It'll probably have one of the lower powered GPUs, but that'll be interesting. And of course, the Surface Pro, the one that's probably most popular in their lineup, but it's the one I'm personally least interested in, even though I do have a Surface Pro 3. I'll never be doing that again, I can tell you now. I want a normal laptop, but it's very popular, especially with artists and creatives and stuff like that. It is a fantastic device, and hopefully they upgrade that to Whiskey Lake. maybe put a new display, probably a new pen maybe. You know, quad core is just going to be a game changer as it was with all the other 13-inch laptops. And hopefully it's thinner and lighter and better battery life. And Thunderbolt 3, please, come on. Now with these Whiskey Lake CPUs, they support now 16 lanes of PCI Express, where the other ones, the dual core ones, supported 12. And also they're patched, well not patched, but in the architecture, the chip is built to guard against Spectre. So Spectre will not work on these new Whiskey Lake CPUs. Well, the first iteration of Spectre anyway, the latest one. Guess what? It's not, the architecture will not guard you against that. Only like the first Spectre. So that is what it is, whatever. It's not too much of a concern to me. Really looking forward to this. Let me know what you guys think. Are you pumped for this? Oh, come on, Microsoft. Yes, bring me a good one. All right, catch you in the next one. Sally ho.